Right, let me try that again. My phone apparently told me I didn't have enough storage on it, so I couldn't carry on filming. Let me get it out of the... so I can actually show you what I'm trying to film. This is my Thanos Grimace I was doing. Yeah, I was just filming and it just decided to stop filming after about 3 minutes, saying I didn't have enough storage on my phone, even though I had got 6.4 gig. So I've just deleted a really big app I've got on there, and all the other videos and all pictures. I only had 4 pictures on there. But anyway, this is where I've got to so far. His mouth was getting much too wide. So I got rid of his grin, brought his mouth in a bit. I was going to do prosthetic teeth in there, but I haven't got any denture teeth that are big enough for Thanos' great big teeth, so I put a bit of clay. I took him off the base and put a bit of clay on the inside and carved his teeth into it. I was in the process of doing some armour around here, but then I realised I hadn't actually smoothed off his skin enough. As you can see, there's remnants of it. And actually smooth off his skin enough at all, really. So I ended up putting it on this one over here, and already I've got bits drying and falling off. So I'm just going to have to leave that to dry as it is, and then probably just stick it on with something, some glue of some kind. So all of this is probably going to crack and fall off because it's all on being put, fresh clay onto. That's already cracking there, look. Oh, c'est la vie, such is life. But anyway, I'm sort of going, I've realised now I've got to repaint him anyway, because he's still far too blue. He's not blue at all, really, even though a lot of the toys are blue. I've got to do him a lot more purple, and I'm sort of going backwards really with all of them. I've got to do loads of work on his eyes, got to do loads of detail on his skin still. I've got his base done, pretty much. I don't know if I'm going to put any armour on him. I probably won't, no, because I'm going to find that this one's just going to completely muck up. But anyway, I thought I'd just do a little bit more sculpting with this one. I've been trying to sort of spray his head, trying to keep him moist, because I've been doing him over quite a few days now. He's been taken, but then I get really moist bits where all the water just go away, fly. All the moisture just sort of collects down the bottom. But yeah, I think he's coming on. But anyway, so all of the stuff I was just speaking in the last video, I've just done that I had to have bought. I probably can't remember now, but I'll try and get him back to where the camera was. About there, plug the phone in because it's going to die. The panel's going to die. Yeah, just very quickly, here's some of the pictures that I'm using. Here's a lot of the Grimace shots that I can find. Yeah, I'm finding this one here particularly helpful, and that one as well actually. But this one mainly, because by the time I've sort of done a screenshot and then zoomed into it, just to pick out his head, a lot of the detail goes. So, sorry, a lot of the resolution goes. So I can't. A lot of the detail goes. Thank you. Go away, fly. And this is one for his armour I was using, and sort of just before his smiley face moment, and this one for the. And that's one I'm using for someone else that's done one. I don't know if you can see that or not, but just carry on anyway. Yeah, I've cat hairs all over me doing modelling as well every morning. I have to pick them off with a pair of tweezers and I get the marks and the tweezers. So what I'm trying to do now is just trying to smooth off as much as possible, get as much of it as I want it smoothness wise, and then do detail to his scars, which I've got to do, because I can't be spraying him with water heavy. I get such a small amount of daylight at the moment as well in it. I sort of finished doing the birds and the foxes, feeding the foxes and the birds by about 8:30, 9 o'clock, which is when it gets pretty much, you get your light, full daylight, about 8:30, 9. And then by 3:30 it's blooming dark again, so I only actually get sort of 6 hours to sculpt anything in the daylight, and I haven't got good enough lighting here to carry on during the night. I want to be able to do a lot of the plastic bag work, doing the scars and his brow ridges and things, and then I can leave him to go hard. I'll have to do for the time being, I might have to. Fingers aren't the perfect thing to smooth him off with, but it's all I've got really. It's just his sunlight, either sunlight or no light, that's what I've got. See what I mean? Another cat. Got to put them out now, or else they're going to appear in the painting or something. I'm going to have to scratch them out when I'm painting him. Kind of got his scars in the right place, I think. There's another cat hair there. I'm getting a lot of fluff from this as well. Getting into the sculpt. There's another one. Where is it? The cats just jump all over my sculpture at night or something. Oh, look, I've got a little bit of wax or clay on my finger and it's scratching the... Yes, that's kind of, let's work on this scar here. Right, so I need this. This is what I do, I just go into it and then sort of go off the scar a little bit every now and again. Get the little sort of the ridge build up in the middle where sort of scar tissue is formed. They're not straight, I don't think. Well, mine are definitely not straight. See what I mean? See, I'm not worried about a lot of these bumps in his head because people's skulls aren't flat. Thanos is kind of based on a person, so I'll just do this a little bit more to this. Back here. When I spray it with water it gets too wet and I can't do detailed work like this at all, so but I've got to do it while he's a bit wet, so it's kind of a that's terrible. Actually smoothed off around here. Yeah, anyway. Shouldn't be there. One scar at a time. This is a bit too damp still. But anyway, well, this bit's come out, okay, so I'll do that, and then I'll just scrape until it's kind of a bit more of a sharp edge, because these scars have got quite a sharp edge to them. So that'll be that one. I've usually got my music playing while I'm doing this, but I'm not having music playing and having loads of... I don't know about you, I'm getting fed up with YouTube at the moment. I've just had to age restrict all of my videos. I think I might have said that in my last one actually. Because of that one kid that, or parents that sued YouTube, it's going to mess it up for everyone. But I'm glad they got them millions, you know what I mean. I'm sure it was well worth it from hearing a swear word. They shouldn't have been on YouTube probably to begin with anyway. Or seeing a swear word in a comment, now everyone has to suffer. All of these videos, just because it's got Thanos in it, are going to be deemed as children videos. I think they're still going to be doing maybe they've had such an uproar about it, they've decided to do it so that You have to say whether your video is a child video or an adult video. All of mine are just going to be adult, because I might say poo accidentally in on someone, one of them, or something horrible like that. Or someone might say they effing hate my sculpture, or you effing vegan or something. Right. Got to keep working at them until they're how I want them, really. Yes, that's really good. So this ain't going very well at all, to be honest. And you know what, I may well just have to stop this video. I will persevere. Yeah, this isn't going very well. Fingers. I'm gonna get to a point where I just don't want to do it anymore. No one watches my videos. I'm sorry if you are the person watching my video at the moment. Well, you must be, I suppose, if you heard me say that. I really appreciate you watching it. But you know, I put up a video of me doing this work, and like within a week I had 3 views and 2 of them have been mine. It's a bit disheartening, really. It's all very wet, yeah, much too wet. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna carry on smoothing it off. I've got a big divot in his ear now. I've done something with that off earlier on. I quite like using the brush. It's quite forgiving, doesn't move your clay about too much, but it will move bits about and fill in undercuts and things that I've missed. Fill in bits that need filling in. Get a nice smooth finish with it, unfortunately, but smooth enough for me. So all that detail working there, there's a bit of clay that shouldn't be there. Well, there you come. Here's a good bit of clay. In there that hasn't moulded quite correctly. And a bit down there that I've just noticed as well. I had a real pain trying to get his ears matched up this time. I don't think I've even bothered with thinking about that and improving the other 2. His ears just seem to be completely different shape for some reason. And one of them was higher up on his head than the other one. And this one, yeah, you can see it now that it's just completely different shape. But I'm not going to do any more to it. I've been mucking about the ears so much. At the end of the day, they're just lumps of gristle, and my ears are probably not symmetrical. You see how Legion of flipping. With the right tool. I love these round ball-ended things. I think I've got every one that's out there. He's snoring. Daisy's asleep on the window ledge, so I get hardly any light, then direct sunlight. Right. Yeah, I just thought I'd talk a little bit about me very quickly. Sort of been going through a bit of a tumultuous time in my life over the last 6 years, probably. Since 2013, I sort of started to put up my own business, and that didn't go very well. So I got put on. I got put onto housing benefit. So they pay my rent. Unfortunately, I've got mortgage as well because it's a shared ownership property. I'm renting 2/3 of it and buying the rest. So yeah, they were paying and also my council tax, which is what we pay for our services. And suddenly they decided that I was in receipt of employment support allowance, which is the dole, the money you get when you're not working. And I had 2.5 years battle trying to make my Greenwich Council see that I wasn't actually taking home employment support allowance, and they'd made a mistake. They just didn't believe me. It took me 2.5 years to make them see that they'd made a mistake. But during that 2.5 years, I for instance, the first time I heard about this, that I was apparently in receipt of employment support allowance. So I received a letter saying, you owe back all of this money from your housing benefit. I don't know why I had to owe that money back. And you owe us £3,500. And I obviously knew I didn't owe that. But then in the letter behind it said, no, we're going to carry on paying your employment support allowance. Your housing benefit. Please disregard all the previous letter, because it was the one behind that letter. So I just took that one as being the absolute truth, and so I just carried on. And about 6 months later, I was getting letters through again still, and the bailiffs are knocking at my door every week, trying to get the money from me, and me telling them to go away politely. I'm not answering the door. And it just absolutely done my head in. And later on that year, I found that I could move to this animal sanctuary and I had to sell loads of my possessions. Got a 2-bedroom flat full of stuff here. I had to move into an old coach. And I let some people that rent my flat out. I had to sell loads of my stuff to give me so I could fit into the flat, into the coach. I had 6,000 records. I had to sell most of those, about 800 quid. Loads of my Star Wars collection had to go. Loads of stuff, loads of books, loads of videos that I had, just tons and tons of stuff. So I got all that stuff into the animal sanctuary, stayed there for 14 months in the end, but during that time the people that I'd rented out the flat to weren't paying their rent, and I had to keep up payments to be able to carry on to be a dental technician, which I'd done for 29 years, and I wasn't able to pay that money because I weren't paying the rent, so I've lost my ability to be able to be a dental technician in this country ever again. If I want to do that again, I have to go to college for 5 years. And also during that time I had my mortgage company who I'm paying mortgage to take me to court trying to repossess my property because I was so behind with my payments, because the rent wasn't being paid by Greenwich Council as they kept on telling me it was, and then I didn't have the money to be able to pay the rent. Through the 2.5 years I was battling, trying to make them see they'd made a mistake. So they just passed that debt on to my mortgage company, so I ended up owing them £6,500. Fortunately I had a couple of very good friends that were able to lend me £6,500, 3,000 from one person and 3,500 from another person, and that was back in 2017 now, and it's 2019 now. Was it 2017? Yeah, it's the end of 2019 now, so it's been about 2.5 years since they lent me that money. I've only just started paying one of them back. The other person lent me £3,500, a neighbour. I haven't been able to pay him any money back yet, which I feel really bad about, but I've got so many debts at the moment. But anyway, so I had a court possession date. I really enjoyed it at the sanctuary. I was looking after about 150 animals for 6 months of it on my own, basically, pretty much, which I loved. I loved it. Cats didn't like it so much. One of my cats, Susie, she died. She's you can see her on one of my videos actually, her poor dead body. She never kind of recovered from the cold in the coach because it was like freezing cold during the winter and really, really hot during the summer, but she never really recovered. The other two, they enjoyed it. And now they saw in my favour back at the beginning of last year, 2018. Unfortunately my Susie died later on that year. That's when I was doing my crayon carvings, and I haven't got back into that yet. But so the end, sort of about 6 months after, so I've got loads of money basically. I've got £3,000 to live on, beginning of 2018, and by sort of August that money had run out, and I was getting breakdowns again, and just crying and going into the doctor's surgery, and got put back onto housing benefit, council tax support, and this time employment support allowance as well, because I didn't have any job at all, no means of income, nothing to sell anymore, really. And so I'm quite a bit worried about what's going to happen when my employment support allowance finishes again. I want my housing benefit money back in. I don't really know how it works. I'm working for 29 years, suddenly get chucked into the benefit system, not really wanting to. I mean, the fault originally was my own, trying to set up my own business up and it not working. Dental laboratory in this flat here, but doing composite work, but it didn't really work out. My marketing wasn't up to scratch really, and I didn't really go too far enough afield really to sort of entice dentists into using this environmentally friendly, animal friendly, people, technician friendly, patient friendly product. They're still back in the dark ages, I think, in this country when it comes to composite. Something like 70% of dentists in places like Japan uses composite, whereas it's probably only about 10% over here. Not even that. We'll still stick with porcelain and then go to even harder materials like zirconium, which are really bad for your opposing dentition. They just wear away your teeth like nobody's business. But so now I'm back on employment support allowance and housing benefit and council tax support. I've been taking antidepressants, and recently I made sure I've got them put up to the maximum dose because they just weren't doing anything to me really. I don't think. I mean, when I first started taking them, which was the beginning of towards the end of last year, beginning of this year, I was on the 15mg metazapine, and they were it was like climbing out of a dark hole. I was in a deep dark hole right from the end of August, and I was just you know, couldn't do anything really, just sitting, staring. Able to eat when I can remember, but you know, mental illness is just as bad as just as debilitating as having my arms and legs cut off. Basically, you know, it's just terrible. You don't really realise how you feel until you actually go through mental illness and depression. But yeah, so I lost all my friends from the animal sanctuary. I basically became an alcoholic because I couldn't get hold of cannabis anymore, and my alcohol wasn't really, you know, drinking loads wasn't really conducive with working at an animal sanctuary. So I lost all my animal-loving friends from that, because I had a bit of a term. I had to be brought back in an ambulance. I was trying to make it to the doctor's surgery to try and get some more help for my depression and that, but it didn't really work out that way, and I got ended up brought back in an ambulance. I haven't really told many people this, but yeah. So I got asked to leave the animal sanctuary. I wasn't really going to last there anyway. I don't think that, you know, myself really saw eye to eye. He had a problem as well with his drinking. So yeah, I've actually had no contact at all with hundreds of people that, well, not hundreds, but many tens of people that I got to know at the sanctuary. So, and I only had really 2 or 3 friends before that anyway, so that was a massive leap of amount of friends. And now I'm sort of becoming an isolationist and isolated on my own. And I had my best mate move in for a couple of months, but that didn't really work out because I don't think he really realised what living with someone with depression was like, and it's sort of, I don't even know if he's my mate anymore. Whereas I don't think he's my best mate anymore. I don't think he'd regard me as his best mate. I'm kind of not a very easy person to live with anyway, I don't think, but with depression it's probably near on impossible. I'd have to have a really lovely, beautiful woman, I think, that I absolutely loved and cherished more than anything, to be able to live with me to make it work, I think, and he wasn't any of those. So yeah, I haven't had a relationship all that time. Yeah, so now I'm on these strongest antidepressants possible. Now I've got problems with my legs. I think I've got getting osteoarthritis, osteoporosis in my left leg. Because it's sort of hereditary, as my mum reckons it is anyway. I'm waiting 4 months for an appointment to the hospital, and that still hasn't come through yet. But what do you expect when you idiots go for Brexit and then you end up with no nurses and doctors? I wonder why there's no hospital appointments anymore. Well, they'll probably just blame it on the immigrants, wouldn't they? Oh, there's too many immigrants taking all of the some of the doctors, and the poor pay for doctors and poor working conditions and hours. But anyway, I've got to wait for an appointment to go to the hospital. In the meantime, I'm having to still prove that I've got mental health problems. They just decide that I can work now, even though I've just put my antidepressants up to a maximum dosage. But I don't want to be taking antidepressants. I didn't want to take them to begin with. I don't want to be on antidepressants for all my life, and painkillers and whatever. Unfortunately, my insides are very healthy. My body mass index and that's very good for being, because I'm vegan, but it doesn't stop your bones deteriorating. I take vitamin. I've got plenty of vitamin D in my body. Stuff that I need. It doesn't. But when you're sedentary for 2.5 years, 2 years, you're doing no exercise at all. If you're not doing any resistance exercise for your legs, then they're just gonna, your muscles are just, your bones are just going to deteriorate whether you're taking calcium or not. And I have plenty of calcium in my diet. And with the leafy green vegetables I eat, and I'm just about to put up a video actually of the sandwich I have every day. Just tons of spinach every day, and nuts and that, and wholemeal bread with seeded wholemeal bread. Yeah, so I'm looking forward. So my life now is just I don't know what the hell is going to happen in my life now. I've got no career. That's why I'm trying to do these. I want to try and sell them on eBay, but yeah, so I'm trying to get a kind of a bit of a YouTube profile, but it hasn't been working. Yeah, so I don't know what the hell I'm going to do with my life. I can't afford to live here really. I think I get like something like 230 quid every 2 weeks, and I'm paying so much money out of that before I even get to pay for food, and I haven't paid any fuel bills for 2 years now pretty much. I just get letters through to the resident, not even on the end. I might even say my name on them, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to. Well, I don't want to do amount of money. I have been using the power and I want to pay them. So many other debts, all these people that owe money to, debt on my rent, debt on my mortgage, and I haven't been able to pay my mortgage payments. I've been paying the interest for the last 6 years at least, a little bit before that as well, because one of the main reasons why I decided to set my own business up was because there wasn't the pay rises in the dentistry, but you can make your own rise, can't you, by just moving from job to job and making sure your work's good enough. I think I was at the top of my profession really. I was demonstrating at dental exhibitions, I was had my own business going, I was working at some of the top laboratories in the country. I was on 40 grand a year at one time. Now it's not even 4 grand a year. Still looking after the same, feeding more animals now, because I'm feeding 4 foxes every day and all the birds in the morning as well, just trying to get myself out of the flat a little bit. And of course I'll get out and start feeding birds and I'll get attacked by fishermen because they don't like birds, people that feed birds, and sort of arsehole fishermen around here. I've got a video on YouTube, I just haven't made it public yet. In fact, I did make it public for a couple of days and took it off again. But as soon as I move away from the area, that's going straight up there. Description, names and what happened. Police called the police because they had my keys. They fell out my pocket. Police came along and got my keys back. But yeah, not a very nice country to live in at the moment. We've got the general election coming up. That's going to be I can see the Tory party not getting the majority, and they're going to get a coalition with the Brexit party, and oh dear, it's just going to be a horrible place to live in. Sorry if they're your political views, but I don't like Boris Johnson, I don't like Nigel Farage, I absolutely hate Jacob Rees-Mogg. He's going to make millions, billions out of Brexit. See his poor little lip quivering when Burko was saying no, you're not allowed to have another vote on this. That's the only reason why they're having the general election, so they can get Brexit done in the most, just so he can say I got Brexit done, even though it's going to be a worse deal than what probably Theresa May had. But whatever happens, it's going to be bad for me. Not whatever happens. I mean, what I want is for there to be no Brexit really. But there's not going to be another referendum. It's going to happen. What we've got to stop happening is there to be a hard Brexit, i.e. no deal. We've got to have a deal. Right, this smoothing's going quite well now. I think I'm going to have to force myself to do this in partial light a bit later on and because I think this is getting so firm on the inside that I'm going to have to finish it off doing the detail. I have to start rushing it, I think. That nose is still much too damp. But anyway, I think that's enough of me nattering on today. Hope you like what I'm doing. Hope you don't mind me rambling on about nothing. Yeah, sort of poor man trying to do some sculpting to try and make a bit of money to just end up giving it all back to the people that I owe money to, all because of this Greenwich Council. I've had a complaint form actually I've got to fill in. I've had it for about, well, over a year now. I've got to do a lot more detail work to his lips and that here. Yeah, I've had it for over a year now. I just haven't been able to be very good with my paperwork at all, to be honest. Yeah, I've got to complain to them. What I want them to do is pay me loads of money so I can leave the areas. I don't really want to live around here anymore. Oh, look, I've just squashed that down. I shouldn't have done. But his head's cracking here now as well. I didn't notice that before. Oh, look. Oh, I have to put some kind of support underneath there. She's all going pt.11. Oh, I don't want to have to end up scrapping this one as well. But anyway, hope you like the video. Please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, because you're one of the few people in the country, in the whole world, that have actually seen my videos. Please share if you can, if you can sort of get me a little bit more sort of exposure. It'll be fantastic. Anyway, I think that'll be it. Goodbye for now.